What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, King. Welcoming you back to more NFL Street. In the last episode, another super close call against, this time, the Philadelphia Eagles. Now we're going to be taking on the New York Giants, who are... They're good. They're good in this game. They have a really good defense. Their offense is just kind of okay. Like, the pass offense is meh, but their running back is Tiki Barber, who is really, really freaking good. He was one of the best running backs in the NFL at the time. The highlight of their defense is Michael Strahan. You may know him as the Subway commercial guy, as well as, well, he's been an analyst for a very long time. Very famous person. More than just a great defensive lineman, he's a great personality. And yeah, so Strahan is not some unknown guy. Their quarterback is Kerry Collins, I believe. And that's about the extent of what I know about this team. So, of course... Oh, Amari Toomer. How could I forget about him? He is on this team as well. We're off to a great start. Yeah, so, man, this frickin'... this is going to get so frustrating to deal with. I don't even know who Allen is. I honestly have no clue who that is, but whatever. We're going to be dealing with him through this entire thing. Tiki Barber, whose brother was Rondé Barber, who's a defensive back for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We already beat him earlier in the series. Tiki Barber is definitely the more, I would say, the better of the two, but not by a huge margin. Granted, I feel like Rondé has the stronger legacy because Rondé, I think, actually won a Super Bowl, and I don't think Tiki ever did. Not to mention, Tiki Barber is... Rondé is beloved by is a beloved alumni, and Tiki Barber is, I believe, hated by Giants fans because he left them in a very public and a very ugly way, if I'm not mistaken. At least from my recollections, people could correct me on that, but I do remember something like that being the case. But the good news is we can stop this offense relatively easily. The bad news is their defense is going to be kind of troublesome, so we are going to basically just run them into the ground. And again, stay away from Strahan as we do this thing as much as is possible, because he is the guy on the right side with the pads out. So let's try to be as efficient as possible here. I decided not to go for the extra game breaker because it just wasn't worth trying. Let's try a cross now. There we go. Oh my gosh, how is he so perfect at that? Like, my good, I swear they are like magnetic. I wish I could pick off passes that easily. I feel like I have no chance of picking off passes that easily. But they are just magnetic, man. Absolutely magnetic. Get him. Thank you. Again, at least their offense sucks. Okay, they are definitely going to have Tiki go for this. So they didn't for some reason because they're stupid. So I guess I'll take the free safety. Why not? All right, back to trying to bash my head against a wall and hoping that Amari Toomer doesn't absolutely outclass everything. I actually think I'm going to switch Eddie to the other side. That's probably a good idea. I know that technically Amari's not their defensive back. He's actually the receiver. But apparently, if he is so freaking good that I'm going to have to deal with that all day, I might as well try my best here to apparently make the sweetest one-handed catches you ever did see. Instead of throwing it at a guy whose hands are like magnets. So, yeah, there we go. And the ball is made of metal, apparently. Okay, we can just go for one-point conversions for basically the rest of this, as long as I'm actually successful on them. So, there we go. We're going to keep Eddie on that side this time. All right, back to it. Again, another good start, but that doesn't mean anything because it can all go sideways fast. Although, actually, the Eagles one devolved really quickly. I blew that tackle. Jeez. Yeah, that went sideways super fast. It was looking really strong. It was like we scored and then got a turnover, and then everything just started to fall apart. And won it in a nail-biter. Those first two games were nothing to sneeze at, gotta say. Oh, okay, I'll take that. Why not? No. Don't you dare. Don't pick. Are you kidding me, truck? It's right there. Scoop it in your hands, you absolute buffoon. I'm very annoyed because now they have a first down again. That's the problem. I mean, that's why you kind of need to add a little bit of carrying to basically everybody on your team in the event that they pick up a fumble. It's kind of necessary, so probably should invest a little bit of element points into that, but whatever. It's a little late, I think, in the entire challenge to be doing that at this point. because, like I said, we've only got one more set of challenges to go through before we're in our final ladder challenge, so not even going to really bother, honestly. Don't do another direct snap. Thank you. Do that. Get him, Schmo. You tried at least. That's... Come on, come on, come on. Wasn't a... Unfortunately, it wasn't a loss, but it was at least a stop. All right, man up. Let's do man up here. This is probably going to be a pass. Yes, indeed. Get him, get him. There we go. It's a good thing that Collins is not a very good quarterback because that is doing me wonders. I know that Giants fans were not huge on the guy, so I don't think they would be too mad about me making fun of him. Don't worry, guys. You were only a couple more years away from Eli. It's okay. Everything, it was all worth it in the end, I promise. All right, now, let's get to it. Although I guess technically they drafted, didn't they? They didn't draft Eli. They drafted Breeze, didn't they? And then the Chargers are the ones that drafted Eli, if I'm not mistaken. And then it was just a trade. I'm pretty sure that's how that went down, but still. Yeah, and a lot of the guys that are on this team would be part of that Super Bowl Giants. Although I don't think Tiki was. I think at that point they had either moved on to, who was it? Was it Brandon Jacobs or was it Ahmad Bradshaw? But Bradshaw might have been a little later. I can't remember who their running back was by that point, but I don't think they had Tiki for that Super Bowl. They did have Strahan. They may have had Toomer, although I feel like, why did I call a pass there? That was dumb. I just realized my stupidity at the end of that. I should have just kept running. Why did I do that? I don't know. That was the weirdest, reflex I have. Okay, well, that's just, I guess, a free touchdown for them, apparently. Get him. Okay, well, at least we were able to knock him out of bounds. Yeah, so I get my ears crossed a little bit, but I know they won 2 Super Bowls, so they can't be too upset. They can't be too upset. Yeah, that's just in. That's just in. I think Amari Toomer was another player who was anticipated to be like the best in the world, and then he only had like 1 year where he really showed that potential. Please get the tackle. Thank you. And so this game automatically assumed he was going to be that good. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to say and get all my facts straight on years. It's been a long time. Also, remember, I'm quoting all of this from just memory. I'm not using freaking references or any of that stuff. So don't be all mad at me. How could you not remember the 2003? It was such a pivotal year in football. First of all, I was a Falcons fan at the time because I was a kid, okay? When this game came out, I was 10 years old, and I was completely... Oh, my gosh, I'm so glad I got that catch. I was, tangentially aware of what was going on in the football world at the time, but it wasn't really until around 2005-06 when I really started to pay attention to what was going on in football. And even then, there were some blank spots in the middle. Why is Tiki Barber able to tackle like that? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, maybe this wasn't a good idea, but whatever, we're doing it. We're committing to it. I don't really have anywhere else to go. We Swan Laked there for a moment in the middle of that. We're going to go right this time. There we go. Get in there. Well, I'm going to try for the pass. I'm going to assume the worst here, but let's see what we can get. Yeah, we got it. All right, that's a good way to end it. I'll take it. So that one was actually relatively painless. Let's do another game. We have time. We have time to squeeze in another. Since that only took, 9 minutes? I'll definitely go for it this time. So we're going to be taking on Washington this time. Let's do this. The Redskins. What an unfortunate name. I'm so glad that that's done away with. I hope by the time that this episode is out, too, that Dan Snyder is out of a job and doesn't own the team anymore, because poor Washington fans having to deal with that basically their entire lives. Worst owner in sports, and it's not even close. At least currently. Not of all time. He definitely has competition in that department. Frickin' the old Reds owner, the old Clippers owner. There are definitely ones that probably beat him in that regard, but gosh, yeah, he's definitely the worst of current. That's for darn sure. Listen, you Knicks fans and you frickin' James Dolan and y'all Rockets fans with Tillman Fertitta and people like that. You guys can be sad all you want, and I know there's other teams and other sports out there that hate their owners too. Y'all can be sad, but you'll never have it as bad as Dan Snyder. Just for the record. Let's just put that out there, at least as of right now. I mean, I'm sure that later down the road they could get worse. Why did I do that? I just can't throw passes at all. I just can't in this frickin' division. It's just not allowed. It's just not allowed. Patrick Ramsey, is that you? And I believe that's Trunk Candidate, who was the, oh, come on, get that. Who was actually a receiver, not a running back. Clinton Portis was on the Broncos at the time. Who was their running back at the time? I actually don't remember. Get that, thank you. Oh yeah, Fred Smoot. He was another receiver on the team. This was a very receiver-heavy roster. I don't remember who their running back was at this period of time, though. Get him. There's a QB crunch. That should have technically been a fumble, right? It didn't progress forward at all, but whatever. All right, come on, let's get a sack here. I need to actually make some progress on the offense here. Okay, thank goodness. Yes, please play better defense. Like that. Okay. Oh, I know their linebacker is really good, though. And I don't remember who it is at this moment in time. So I do have to deal with him. Oh, and I'm not going to be breaking tackles with him. I'm just not. And that's why I want to use the pass game. But they've got this, like, 3 receiver set, which is really obnoxious to deal with. I'm going to try pro pass here. Like, I know I shouldn't be passing, but gosh dang it. Oh, my gosh. There's not much I can do. I feel so boxed in at the moment. Come on, come on, come on. Let's actually catch some passes here. Get in there. Thank you. I'll take the and what. All right, let's try a crosses route. Get it. Oh, or not. Okay, should have thrown it to B, not X. I'm struggling. I am very much struggling. Come on. We can break through this. There we go. Get to him, Truck. Get to him. Somebody freaking get that, please. Would have been awesome if we did. All right, I Spy. Not really necessary, but it's something. Let's just keep you all in place, actually. All right, line. Break through. There you go. Good one. Knock him out of bounds. Ambushed. Funny that didn't get called self-inflicted, actually, because he didn't actually technically knock him over. Let's break through the line again. And then after this, we have to freaking deal with the All-Stars of this division, and I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to the next division's All-Stars either, because it's probably going to be 90% Colts. I am sure I'm going to struggle with the Colts. Like, the other teams don't worry me too much, but gosh dang the Colts. I'm scared of them. I am legitimately scared of them. They are probably the best team in this game outside of the All-Stars, if I'm going to be completely honest. I can't break those tackles with him. He's just too good. All right, let's see. Can I at least just run it in? Oh, nope, no chance. No chance, because I have no blocking. I probably should just put Eddie back on that side again. It seemed to actually work really well when I did that last episode. So, last episode, was it? Yeah, it was last episode. Yeah, I might need to actually do that. Let me try. Let me try switching you two. Just for this. So let's go back to crosses. And let's quickly throw that in there. Get in. Yes, beautiful. Okay, good, 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 good. If I can get one more of those, I'm going to be back on track. All right, Truck. Here we go. He is just the one I am willing to use those. What a smack. That was like with authority. Good job there, Wall. I don't even know if that was like the intentional animation, but man, that was one of the most impressive batted balls I've ever done seen. Wow. And then we'll take a sack with it too, because Patrick Ramsey is a bad quarterback. He was really not good at all. Just gonna say that right now. No offense to anybody, any Patrick Ramsey fans out there. Oh, wait a minute. I recognize that name. That's the linebacker, right? Trotter. Is it Jeremiah? Is that his name? I can't remember his name. Who that was exactly. Son of a gun. Of course he got it. Oh, man, I was really hoping I could get that stop there. Yeah, I don't remember. I think it was Jeremiah Trotter, because that's starting to sound a lot more familiar. now that I see his last name. Gosh, this particular era of this team, I don't remember all that well either. Like I said, this is a little before my time, so like I recognize a lot of the names, but not all of them, not 100%. All right, come on, let's get another sack here. There you go, there you go, there you go. Oh, that's not good. There we go, pass interference, just pass interference. That's all you need to do. Just get in front of them and jump up, and then they can't get to the ball in time. Let's get a good sack here, come on. Come on, truck. There we go. Wall did it. I'm so proud of him. What a boss. My defensive line is really good. It's my offensive line that really concerns me. They don't really do as well on that end, unfortunately. So there we go. There you go, Eddie. Beautiful. Yeah, I think keeping him on that side of the field is the play. And since I am definitely not going to be getting the bonus there, we're just going to do that. And now let's try to... What was that? That was the dumbest pass I've ever made. That was just stupid. I threw it directly to him. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. I guess just to give me karma for saying that Patrick Ramsey sucked earlier. That's really the only point of that. Get it, Picky. Oh my gosh, could you please? I probably shouldn't have dove. I probably should have tried to go for the catch. But there's a good odds he would not have caught it, honestly, given his history. He really is the weakest link of my team, if I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. He really is. And that's something to keep in mind for later. We do need to single out a weakest link for everything that we've done. You might consider it wasted development points. And I'll be honest here. From what I know, based on the players that still min-max NFL Street to this day, technically, the way you're supposed to play through this game, the optimal, ideal way to build a team is to have 5 created players and 2 actual NFL players added to your team if you can. And you specifically, if you can help it, want defensive linemen and defensive lineman and a linebacker as your the ones you pick up. And there's a couple set ones that are really, really good. And then make your defensive back your weakest link. And there's all even as among the created players, there's a good reason for all of those things. You really just want to put all of your development points into quarterback, offensive lineman, receiver, and running back. So that's the way that like the players who are trying to like optimize. I did it again, but somehow he caught it that time. That's how players who are trying to optimize this game tend to play. 2 real players. A linebacker would typically be someone like Derek Brooks or Ray Lewis, somebody along those lines if possible. Man, I was really hoping to stop him there. And I think for defensive line, you want like a Michael Strahan or what's another good one? Bruce Smith, possibly because of his D moves being really high. Somebody like that where they've just got insane D moves and tackling. There's a couple really, really good ones to pick from that you definitely want. But yeah, so that is typically the play for for those min-maxers, and then you can just make absolute god tier level players who are just disgusting. So I'm gonna make a very, you know what? No, let's just do it. I was thinking about it. I was like, let's just play this out. And then I was going to try to hold on to it for the entire offensive series as well. But no, I want to finish this. So I don't want Train to have it, but whatever. Oh, see, that's exactly why I don't want him to have it, because of that exact reason. But it's okay. We were able to get Beast to pick it up, so we'll take it. Now let's hope that we can get the 2-point conversion here. And then this will be an episode if I can do it. Look at the time look at the time here. How did I do, guys? I didn't do it. All right, so there's still a couple more minutes left in this episode. Son of a gun. I was really hoping. All right, we've got this at this point, though. We really do. Maybe we can get, like, a safety here, too. Why are we unable to tackle the quarterback? Like, for real, though. Get in. Yes, Truck. I'm so proud of you. All right, well, it wasn't a couple more minutes after all, because we ended it in the most hilarious fashion. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this episode. Oh, Champ Bailey! How did I forget that? Oh, that actually is, like... I forgot he was on this team. I always think of him as a Bronco. Oh, man. How did I forget he was on Washington? Son of a gun. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this episode of NFL Street. Thank you all so very much for watching. Next episode, we're going to be taking on the NFC East All-Stars. Maybe see if we can't squeeze in an NFL challenge or two, depending on how well this goes, of course. And yeah, it'll be fun. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.